Thank you for being here. All right, we're good. Thanks, Director. Good morning, and happy to be providing information to all the people who live in the Rhode Island about the upcoming storm. But I can say that the team, both on the state level and our conversations with the municipal leadership and public safety, they're all prepared, and we're going to provide some information so that we make sure that we keep everybody safe during the upcoming storm. Happy to be here with our Lieutenant Governor and the entire team that's here that we've been meeting with regularly over the last 24 hours. So we're expecting at least 12 inches of snow across much of the state. It's expected to start Sunday morning, tapering off by early Monday evening. The heaviest snowfall on Sunday is expected between 2 o'clock and midnight, right during the time the Patriots are playing and taking no prisoners in Denver. So during this time frame, this is where the most danger is during that time frame on our roads and driving home during that time frame. So I'm asking all of our people in the state of Rhode Island to plan to avoid to be on the road during that time. So we'll continue to monitor the forecasts, but I want Rhode Islanders to know, whatever the weather brings, our team is ready, but we're going to need partners with all the people who live in the state to stay off the roads during this period of time. So that's expected, again, I'll repeat it, between 2 o'clock and midnight is when we expect the heaviest snowfall on Sunday. So our State Emergency Operations Center will be activated for this storm, and we'll have personnel that will be right with emergency management during that time frame, monitoring and making sure we're responding on a real-time basis. We have over 500 state and vendor snowplows that are here that Director Alvidi and his team will be managing. 60 tons of salt will be available as well, and all the state roads have been pre-treated in preparation for the storm. The state police will have extra troopers and monitoring the highways and assisting motorists. And Rhode Island Energy has called in additional restoration and tree crews, 90 restoration crews, along with 65 tree crews, and we're looking to make sure that power is available during the entire storm. But all emergency pop-up shelters sites are activated, which I think is really important for us. If there is any questions about sheltering, you can call 211. Courtney's here from United Way, or the Executive Office of Housing website, which lists all the different shelters that have been active and that are being activated now in different communities. So that, to me, is very important, that we make sure that the sheltering is in place, but also that we make sure that everybody understands if they need shelter, that there's a warm place for them to be if they need it. A few updates in terms of state government operations. Sunday and Monday, we'll be putting an adverse weather policy in place tomorrow between 3 o'clock on Sunday through Monday at 10 a.m. Again, that's an adverse weather policy, And we will monitor that, so if conditions change and we need to extend that, we'll let you know, but at the moment, that policy will be in place for state employees from 3 p.m. through on Sunday to Monday at 10 a.m. That means essential employees should report to work. Non-essential employees who are unable to make it into the office, they can either discharge time or work remotely with permission from a supervisor. And we will continue to evaluate that. And that's a policy that's been in place for several years. And we will activate that, as I said, between, again, from 3 o'clock on Sunday to 10 a.m. on Monday. And finally, and we'll open it up to questions, but we're in contact, I'm in contact with both Governor Healy and Governor Lamont in Connecticut to make sure that we're coordinating any issues that are respective to all our states, including a potential tractor trailer ban. And if there is some sort of a vehicle ban on our highways, that will be coordinated between the 3 states so that it begins and ends at the same time, so to make sure there's no confusion there. But if we do put that policy in place, oil truck deliveries, to making sure that people, if they need oil to keep their heat going on, they'll be exempted from that policy, and which I think is smart to do, because we want to make sure that there's heat in every home in the state, and we're relying on Rhode Island Energy to make sure there's electricity in every home in the state, right? So we will, please stay tuned to monitor your local news and updates. If we need to come together again for any additional information, we will. Right now, the message to Rhode Islanders is this: avoid travel during the storm, give our plows room to work safely. I'll repeat that again. As a former mayor and now governor, I know how difficult it is to be removing snow, whether it's on your side streets in your local community or whether it's on state highways. We need to, make sure that we give space to the people who are actually doing the work and clearing the snow. So remember, it's a great time to stay home. I wore my Patriot hoodie yesterday. I'll have it on tomorrow as well. But we're looking for a Patriots to crush Denver Broncos. I still haven't heard from the governor yet in Denver and Colorado. I've offered a little gentleman's bet, but I haven't heard back from him yet. But I think that we'll do just fine. So we'll stay informed, and right now we'll open it up to any questions that anybody might have with any of the leadership that's standing with me today. Yeah, so I think that, again, the storm is going to begin right around 2 o'clock on Sunday, and it's going to go through the early morning. So we're expecting that the roads should be cleared based on the information we have right now in the morning for a Monday morning.
So for that Monday morning, you would drive through safety on the road then?
Peter? You want to just fill that blank in, please?
Sure. So the plan as it exists now is that the heaviest snow that we'll be getting, up to 1 to 2 inches per hour, will accumulate between Sunday afternoon and about 1 a.m. on Monday morning. Our crews facing, if the forecast holds, our crews facing about 12 inches of snow accumulation by 1 a.m. in the morning. Generally, our experience with that kind of snow and with the equipment and resources that we'll be putting on it takes about 4 hours for us to clear the roads. There'll be a bit of cleanup after that. So our mission is to have the roads cleared for rush hour on Monday morning, but if the heavy snowfall extends beyond 1 a.m. in the morning, that could push operations into Monday morning during rush hour, in which case commuters will be facing a commute where they're on the highways with our plows. And that is a challenging situation, not only for the drivers, but also for our truck drivers. So we ask everybody to keep monitoring. We're going to provide updates on this as we approach tomorrow afternoon. And we'll give a clearer picture as to the timing the closer we get to the storm. But that's our mission, to have things clear by Monday morning, subject to change with the weather, right?
And I have a question. If there's roads and highways end up being shut down, when will that be announced?
So we're in coordination right now with our transportation departments, both in Connecticut and Massachusetts, and I'm in contact with the governors. So the governors will give the final sign-off. Right now, it's based on conditions, and we will be making those announcements as soon as that decision is made.
Providence School. English and Spanish.
Providence schools will make their decision at 4 o'clock after they meet with the city. But we also have 22 LEAs that have announced that they will go virtual or will have a snow day on Monday. El Departamento de Educación de Providence va a tomar la decisión después de las 4 de la tarde hoy, después que se coordine con la ciudad, y tenemos ya 22 distritos que han anunciado que van a tener virtual o que van a estar cerrados.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Are specific areas of the state being prepared differently? I know the snowfalls may vary in some areas.
No, I think we're going to get snowfall everywhere, so we're preparing that. Northern Rhode Island is going to get more snow than southern Rhode Island, but it's the same preparation, and the same issues will apply statewide. If we put a truck ban in, it'll be right through the entire state.
As the governor announced, we have 90 restoration crews, so those are crews that would actually restore power outages themselves, and then we have additional 65 forestry or tree crews. I would like just to say, and that would be to cut and clear, tree limbs and other trees that may come down. We are not expecting widespread outages from this. Light and fluffy snow is not a concern for us. What is a concern for us is people driving and hitting our infrastructure, right, hitting our poles. So we highly recommend you adhere to the governor's advice to stay off the roads. And as we go through this event, certainly we'll be fully staffed with our operations centers to restore any outages that may occur.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's all worth repeating is that, look, we've gone through these before. We're Rhode Island, and we've had storms before, and we know that the complications come with travel that is unnecessary travel, and that gets in the way of the plowing, and that also, as Brian just said, it can create damage to infrastructure that's going to could impact hundreds of thousands of people with their electricity. So I think it's really important that people stay off the roads unless it's essential. All right, we good? All right, if we need to come re-huddle back in, we will, and we'll notify you if there's any changes. But thank you all for being here, and let's stay safe, making sure we really follow the direction of the professionals that are here, not only in the state level, but also the municipalities. We're in contact with all the municipal leaders as well. Let's stay off the roads, and if you need help, 211, or call into your local public safety, whether your police departments or your town halls, city halls. We'll coordinate everything together, and thank you all for being here today.